Once upon a time, there was a country called France. On this country, everyone belonged to a legal state of society. The first estate was the clergy, the second was the nobility, and the third was the third estate. We also have King Louis XVI.
The clergy made up 0.5% of the population but owned 10% of the land. Therefore, they had the most power. They did not have to pay taxes.
The second estate, the nobility, also did not have to pay taxes. They made up 1.5% of the population and held high-paying jobs. The third estate was the largest of them all, making up 98% of the population. Members of the third estate came from different walks of life, from the professional classes to the poorest peasantry. The upper crust of the third estate was the bourgeoisie. In general, the third estate resented the nobles, as many were being pushed out of office. Noble landowners hunted on peasant land and lords collected manorial fees. Peasants viewed themselves as the real owners of the land, and they were angry. Aside from the agrarian system, there were other economic problems that made revolutions possible. In the 1730s through the 1780s, prices of goods rose about 65%, while wages only rose 25%. There was poor harvesting, which led to high prices of bread. The third estate was the only class that was required to pay taxes. Therefore, revenue fell short of expenditures. A main cause of French debt was the American Revolution. The taxes that the king took were put towards the war. Before Louis XVI, Louis XIV had a luxurious life in Versailles and engaged in many wars. Succeeding Louis XIV, King Louis XV brought France's involvement into the 7 Years' War, which led to more debt.
Finally, King Louis XVI's weak and indecisive nature was not helpful towards repaying this debt, and he provided no symbol behind which the parties could rally.
In addition to the political issues with the king, France was also struck by the wind of enlightenment. The wind blew through the country and caused the people to question the unfair nature of the estates and want things like popular sovereignty, representation in the Estates General, and a new system of government. There is different historical interpretation regarding the Enlightenment. Taylor believes that a revolutionary situation emerged first, and revolutionary thinking came out of that situation. Some historians believe that the philosophies behind the Enlightenment were not a direct cause of the French Revolution due to the already existing negative feelings towards the economic and political systems. However, Henri Père argued in his journal that the Enlightenment was one of the main causes of the French Revolution. Regardless, a revolution broke out in 1789.
The French Revolution was caused by the unfair nature of the estate system, the weak economic structure, ineptness of the king, and new ideas caused by the Age of Enlightenment.